Hey YouTube, Back Lounge Football. This is a spring football channel, maybe a little bit of like minor league baseball and other baseball leagues also. I don't know yet about that. But this is a new spring football league channel I am making, and I want to go over the USFL, the Week 9 games, and I'm going to be predicting them. But also subscribe to my main channel, Sports Report with Shane Feeney. Link to that's going to be in the description. And the USFL YouTube channel is going to be in the description. But this is all spring football, and let's do our predictions now. So, the Michigan Panthers, they haven't been good this year. They're 1-7. They haven't been able to establish a game plan. They had the first overall pick this year with Shea Patterson, and now he's on New Orleans because they've been struggling and they cut him. And they had 3 starting quarterbacks this year, and they haven't been able to develop a scheme. Maybe next year they'll be a little better. I don't know if they're going to keep Jeff Fisher or fire him. I think they'll keep Jeff Fisher. But let's see what happens. I mean, Michigan, they have a good running back in Reggie Corman, and Lance Lenore is a solid receiver. But the Generals, they have Darius Victor, Luis Perez. And some people are starting to rumor resting your starters. I don't see that in Week 9. Maybe in Week 10 because the Stars and Generals are going to play, and they're going to play in back-to-back games. So they don't want to establish their full game plan. But at the same time, you don't want to make most of your players tired. But in this game, I see it being a good game. I see it being more of a defensive game for Michigan. They're going to play solid. They're going to try to have less turnovers this game. But the Generals are going to win this game 24-19, mainly because of Luis Perez and KJ Turpin. That offense is solid with Darius Victor. They're just going to run right through Michigan and really show why they're first in the North Division. For Michigan, mainly you want motivational stuff to happen. Like, you want to develop your run game. You want to develop the offense a little bit, have less turnovers. And if that happens, you can slowly get better for next season. See what happens, though, this game. Just play for fun, have the starters play, do well. And I'm excited to see the Gamblers and Stallions play. I mean, the Gamblers, they're 1-7. I think they're the best one-win team. It's either them or Michigan. The Maulers, they're just back there. But the Gamblers, it sucks for them. They're 6-1 in the first half. And they just can't develop a game plan for the second half. It's a shame for them. And now they're dealing with the injury bug from the Stars game with Darwin Thompson, Clayton Thorson out. So it would have been hard to develop an offensive scheme for them last week versus the Bandits. While the Stallions, they've been good all year. But they're slowly projecting downward, I can start to see. I mean, they've been playing a little worse each game, with a few more turnovers, Jamar Smith having bad games, and overall struggles. But I think they're going to beat the Gamblers this week. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the Gamblers pull some magical upset with Kenji Bahar at quarterback. Kenji Bahar is a solid quarterback if he has the right scheme around him with Isaiah Zuber on offense. Hopefully he can carry their game plan and stuff. But Birmingham, all they have to do is run it all over the Gamblers with Bo Scarborough, throw it to the receivers, and just have a good game with Jamar Smith. They can't be too risky, though. They clinched first in their division and they're undefeated, but I think they still want to be undefeated for the pride of being undefeated. But this is going to be a good game. I have Birmingham, though, winning 34-22. We'll see what happens, though. But that's all I have to say for this game. Let's go to the next game. This game is the Breakers and Bandits. This is probably the game of the week. I think this is the biggest game because this can determine if the Bandits are going to be eliminated and if we're going to have a playoff picture by Week 10, which could be interesting. But the Bandits have like a whole list of things that need to be done. They need to win this week and then beat Birmingham and still have... Well, New Orleans can win the final week, I think. But they have to beat Birmingham. That's going to be really tough for them. But I wouldn't be surprised with Jordan Ta'amu. He is a good quarterback. He's having a little bit of struggles this year. And the first time these teams played, it was a blowout. Breakers won. The Bandits, they've been having some offensive struggles. But if they can get their game plan going and have some good offense, they could maybe win. The offense is, like, okay. but I know they're a whole nother level when they're focused. The defense is really good for the Bandits. The Bandits' game plan should be to throw to John Franklin. And for the Breakers, just minimize the turnovers and play solid on offense. You have some solid players on that offense, like Jonathan Adams and Jordan Ellis, which could really kill the Bandits if the Breakers have the right game plan. Kyle Sloter is healthy. But I think the Breakers are going to unfortunately win this game for the Bandits, making the Bandits eliminated. And the score of this game, I'll say 28-22. I think it's going to be a little more offensive, but the Bandits are going to score a late touchdown, and they're going to be eliminated from the playoffs. But next year, I see the Bandits making the playoffs. Way too early prediction, but the next game is the Stars and Maulers. The Maulers been struggling all year with this quarterback, this Rivers guy, Roland Rivers. He ain't that good. They had Vadley play. They had his experiment done. They used 3 quarterbacks all year, which I understand the struggle for them. They haven't been having a good game plan with Kirby Wilson ever since the pizza thing. But also, let's talk about this game. The Stars, they're on a hot streak. They whooped the Michigan Panthers. They have Case Cookus. He's been balling out. He won the game in his own hands last week. And they have Jordan Sewell, who was a head tap receiver. Great receivers. And the running backs are good. You have Matt Colburn. But the Maulers, what are you going to do? Whip out Montre London, get 2 yards a carry? I don't think it's going to work for them. I see this game being a blowout, 38-22. The Maulers are probably going to score a late touchdown too. And the Stars are so hot right now. They got the most points in USFL history with 46 points in the first ever season. But I see the Maulers scoring a late touchdown, and it's going to be a blowout. But we'll see what happens, guys. Like and subscribe for more content on this channel. And bye, guys. Have a great day.